What is up, YouTube? It is RYRY coming back with my second YouTube video ever. Today I'm going to be on Logic Pro X breaking down how I sample. Let's get into it. Alright, so first up we are going to start with the vocals here, and I'm going to play it without any effects or anything on it. Just a little bit of it so you can hear how it sounded originally.
I wanna shout, I wanna scream till the words dry out. So put it in all.
So that's kind of just the beginning. I had like got a little intro section. So you hear how the vocal actually sounds in itself. So then we pitched it up using this AU new pitch, up 700 cents from the original, which is just 7 notes, and it sounds like this. You can hear there's kind of some weird like high-end frequencies. So a lot of you might not have the Pro FabFilter EQ, but if you don't, you can use this stock Logic EQ, and you just take out, it kind of varies, but take out a little bit of the low end and a good amount of the high end, and then you want to use this one to kind of take out even more, just because that's where all the unwanted frequencies are coming from. So with that, it'll sound like this. Makes it sound a little better. Then something that I just started doing is bussing for all of my effects. So on bus 1, we have reverb, and when you put an EQ after the reverb on a bus, it actually EQs the reverb. It does not EQ the entire sample, which is kind of cool. So we have it here just EQing in the mid-range frequencies for the reverb. Then up next, we have a 1/4 delay. And for all of these plugins that are going through buses, you want to turn the wet knob all the way up, or the mix knob all the way up, and then you want to use these dials over here to adjust the mix. Up next we have a shorter delay. This one's 1/16 note, and then lastly this one it has a higher feedback and a quicker delay time, and that kind of makes it it's kind of a weird delay reverb type thing. And lastly, this bus I used for bus 1. It's a little bit more advanced, kind of unnecessary, but I bussed it to a track with delay on it, so then the reverb is now in time. And after that, let me play it again with no effects so you can hear how it originally sounded. Alright, and then if we put on all of the effects, we now have... Yeah, so you can tell there's quite a big difference. Up next, for the piano, the original sample before I stripped the vocal had some piano chords, so I went in and I replayed those. If you want a tutorial on that, let me know in the comments and I can show you how to go into samples and replay all the chords. And so I basically went in, replayed them and the arpeggiations, and then as you can see at the last 4-bar loop, I added in my own little melody here. Yeah, then I messed with the velocities, all that. And once I was done with that, I came over to the buses, and we had already had them set up from when we adjusted the vocal. So for this one, since the piano was already pretty full, I just added the first bus, which was the reverb, and I added the third bus, which was the, I think, 16th or 8th note delay. And you can see that I turned it up just very slightly. I turned the reverb up quite a bit to kind of add a good amount of, just kind of fill it up a little bit. And I turned this delay up just a little bit to get it right where it needed to be. And it also, because they're both being sent to the buses as well as the vocal, it essentially makes them sound more together and sound more like they belong on the same beat or on the same track. Kind of makes it sound like it is the sample that you sampled it from. So let me play the piano by itself. And then when my melody comes in. And then if we put them together and also add this, which is just a vocal run that I took from the original sample, I did the exact same thing. I literally just copied this track and layered it on top, turned the volume down a little bit. And with all that being said, and after covering all of it, we took this sample from sounding alright to sounding pretty fucking amazing. Let me show you. Alright, I hope that this tutorial was helpful, and if you want any other tutorials in the future, such as how I did these chords, how I replayed them, or how I did this top melody here, just let me know down in the comments below. If you found it helpful, please drop a like and a comment and a subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.